Coach, congrats. Take 3 out of 4 from South Florida here to wrap up the home slate. An incredible year to wrap up the 15th year. You protect the Plex. Just describe this senior day. You got all 11 seniors in to play, and a memorable day.
It was, and it's crazy that I had the confidence to play whoever on our team 1 through 27 in a 2-0 game against USF. I saw it in their eyes. They were ready to play, and absolutely love that our defensive specialists hit the game-winning runs in. So what a way to describe and explain the way we play our game.
What are some of your main takeaways from this series about your team's performance?
That they're able to fight when their back's against the wall. I mean, I know that we would have loved to be able to play for regular season conference champions, but we were playing for something. We were playing for a seeding. We were playing for taking something away from another team. We were playing for a lot of things there, and to see them do what they did against the series, I can't be more prouder for them. So it just gives us a lot of confidence and belief. The main thing is buy-in to, the way we play the game does matter.
What have these 11 seniors have meant to you?
Well, I mean, I talk about it a lot. I do have a stepdaughter, but I have 3 sons, and I also have 27 daughters here on this team, and there's times as a coach, we don't always get to tell them the great things and the good things. Like sometimes we have to be on them and stay strict and firm, but they mean everything to me. That they're helping build a vision that I came in with, and I can't do that without them. And this was a group that was, a lot of them were here from the very beginning and thought out that vision that I kind of threw out there and made it actually possible.
Yesterday, Takia hit her first home run of the season, and today Kira did. What was the dugout like when Kira blasted that one to the left field wall?
Well, yesterday we talked about as a coaching staff that Kia, probably the fastest home run over the fence. If you've ever seen someone run around the bases, she was so jacked up about it. And when Kira did it, it was kind of just like, here we freaking go. And so, I mean, the way she looked in the dugout and she was determined, I mean, I loved it. In her eyes, my favorite thing is to be able to shake her hand as it come by and acknowledge them in that way. And it's, wow, to be able to do it. And it was a very loud home run because it blew up our foul pole. So, pretty exciting to see.
You have 2 senior pitchers. I was fascinated to see how you would play that out. You start Aaliyah. You take her out, a great moment there in the 7th inning. She gets a standing ovation. She hugs Gianna, and Gianna closes it out. Just take me through that approach, that game plan. Was that something that evolved during the game? Was that something you had in your mind before the game?
Gosh, Elo, you ask such a great question because I was not nervous about this game. I was nervous about how I was going to approach that exact situation. Literally, my heart was racing because, of course, we want Aaliyah to throw the last pitch, but it's also Gianna's senior day too. And yes, she's got a year to come back next year, but what better way to acknowledge her with the class that meant to graduate with and everything else. So, and I think it was especially once she got those 2 quick outs, I thought, oh, this is a good time because everyone gets to acknowledge Aaliyah. Now, the class is the class, and we're a team. It's not just made from one person, but she deserved that little bit of stage time. And, and then what better way for Gianna to come in and get another quick out, too, and make it. So, yeah, like you said, every senior got in, and, I mean, they all did great, too. They played such a heck of a game. Who they are, and they just now need to continue to do that from here on out.
You feel like this series was a really good tune-up for you guys heading into the postseason?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Do you feel like this series was a really good kind of tune up for you guys heading into postseason play?
Yeah, I think some people would be like, kind of like, oh, USF last weekend, but I think, oh, USF last weekend, we just saw the best pitcher in, I mean, one of the top pitchers in the country going into the conference well. So I don't know what more you need to have that confidence to go in and be ourselves.
One senior we haven't talked about, she's not here, but in some ways she is here, and that's Aubrey Johnson. She's at grad school doing occupational therapy. She wants to help people out. She's off to doing great things, but what has she meant to your program? Because I know even though she's not here, she's a part of this success, isn't she?
Sure. And we got to acknowledge her on Friday, which was awesome. And she had to work, so she wasn't able to make it out here, which is sad, but we get it. Work and, do her hours and whatnot. But yeah, that whole saying, like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. That was Aubrey, man. Like, she was the glue of our team. Yeah, you've got Kira and Aaliyah that had been captains as well, and Ikea that had been captain for a couple of years. But man, Aubrey was just that person that, like, saw something and would just, like, set it straight. She had that oomph behind it that everyone listened to her. And they followed her. Like, they loved to follow her. And I think about the times that we did as a team, and it was competition. Aubrey won. That girl won. So if it was baking muffin to triathlon to home run derby, her team always found a way to win. And so that competitive spirit that we had, if they're going to knock us down, we're going to punch harder. Remember her and play for that. And doing that with the occupational therapy and the grad school that she's doing right now is just knocking it out of the park. Done next summer and do occupational therapy. So it's definitely taking that into life outside of football. But at the end of the day, it's our biggest.
Looking down the line, what are going to be some of the things you remember most about this season?
I know you'd probably think it was the maybe like the Florida games or in the Arizona game, but one game that really stands out to me is getting walked off on at UNF and then coming back and not with our best. Like, it was a tough one. I just love that we were able to do it, even though it I'll also say, some of our other keeping a team towards I don't care who you are, doing that against, I think, 3 of our top opponents. And then that defining moment on Friday in Denali, we got that ball. We didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but that, I was like, all right, Denali shot soccer is back, and it's not about anything. So those are our two.
So now what's going to be the keys now as you get into postseason, go to Tulsa for the conference tournament and beyond? What's going to be the keys for your team to have success in the postseason and kind of pick up where, this success you had this weekend?
Yeah. Well, I think, if our two little rabbits at the top of the lineup, I think that, they found their spot there and setting the table for the rest of them, playing solid defense. We figured that part out today. We played some clean defense. We didn't put the ball around. We didn't throw the ball around. We figured out those crazy flappers that they had, and that's going to be huge. We have some teams that have some emphasis fast. I'm not positive, not too clear. Well, you probably are going to tell me more or know more about that. But, the teams that we're matched up with, a lot of them have those slappers that do that. That's really been what put pressure on us. It's not really been like that we've been out at. It's not made the plays that we've been required. So figuring that out is going to be key. And did that today. And then clutch hitting. We had an opportunity to blow the game away too. Timely hitting clutch hitting is very, very